What up, though, and what's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Report, and today we are back for another Marvel Rivals Character Spotlight Guide. Today, we're taking a look at one of our newly added additions to Marvel Rivals, the original mommy herself, Susan Richards. That's a married woman. We gotta give her respect. Susan Richards, aka the Invisible Woman of the Fantastic Four. Hands down one of the most powerful characters in Marvel and in Marvel Rivals. From what I've played from her so far since season 1 dropped, that kind of holds its own too. So today we're going to be taking a look at her kit. We're going to be taking a look at her lore. We're going to be looking at her abilities, and we'll be doing some gameplay to see how it all fits in action. Right now I have her in the blue and white because, you know, I like the original Fantastic Four colors. They changed it up a little bit with the white on here. We'll see that in the skins. But overall, we'll be doing a spotlight video on her today. Just taking a look at things overall. Then we'll do a couple of quick matches. You know what it is. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, this is her original costume, which is the white, which we'll show you. We got our character introduction. We'll take a look at the overview again. Invisible Woman is a strategist. Susan Storm coming in difficulty 4 because she got a lot to work with. But compared to other like healers, like the bulk of her healer, she's kind of like an off healer or more like a paladin because she has the ability to not only shield her opponents, she can do pretty feasible damage. She can shield from her opponents and heal her allies. And also she can do quite a bit of damage as well. I don't know. I seem to gravitate towards these characters that their stats won't be amazing once you get into the game, but what you do with them and how well you use their utility is what's going to be the meat of it. Because like usually in a match, I normally get about maybe 15-20k plus heals, and I usually have the same thing as far as shields, between 10 and 20, but they're even. So if you take how much she's doing shield damage, she's doing like a quarter of what a tank can do or a Vanguard, and she's doing like the other like quarter or half in healing, and she also is doing damage too. So you can get a lot of utility out of her. I wouldn't necessarily say she's a pure healer. She's more like a off support who can serve many roles. So as far as our overview, the Invisible Woman is able to slip in and out of sight without a trace. No matter how intense the battle may be, Susan Storm may always keep her cool, conjuring up impenetrable force fields to protect herself and the team. I mean, I like a lot of what she has, and we'll be looking into like her abilities and things in a little bit. So as far as cosmetics, I have the first family costume for her, which is the original. But I hope we do get some type of like the one with the traditional 4 on the middle, you know. These look nice. Like, I really like the overall art that the Marvel Rivals team has done. Just the aesthetics alone is so pleasing. It just makes you want to see how this game is overall. And then also her exclusive or her battle pass, or not, no battle pass. This is actually purchasable. You have Malice, which is like an evil version of Susan Storm, just like how we have an evil version of Reed Richards as well. That'd be another video. A lot of people like this for obvious reasons, so we'll get into that. We can look at her MVPs. That is just so awesome. Just look at that. And then her Malice one is also just oozing evil. That's cool as well. So we'll be taking a look at her abilities in more detail in practice mode as far as like what they do. But you have our aura projection, psionic vortex, force physics,
clear the way,
which can push and pull, agile strike, which is interesting because like her third strike is a pushback and it still does damage as well. Veil step is what I'll show you guys better in the practice mode once we're going through things in more detail about the benefits of what this does. Then you have her shield that she can put over her allies to heal them. And it also blocks damage as well. So this, the Guardian Shield and the Psionic Vortex are like the biggest things that are a kit that you'll want to use the most. Her passive, the Covert Advance, when she can go invisible and she actually gets life back. Again, we will go through all these in practice mode. I'm just trying to find a better way to optimize the videos and make them more entertaining for you guys. Her team up is Fantastic Force with Reed, so she gives him a little bit more survivability by using this team up and giving him actual armor. So Invisible Woman taps into her powers, channeling Psionic Might to fortify the entire Fantastic Four team. This formidable force bolsters Mr. Fantastic, granting damage resistance. Once activated, they can continually generate bonus health, making up for lost health with each passing moment. So that is awesome. Let's see what our suggested combo is. Throw the orb, heal your team, throw a shield up. Pretty basic. So, as far as her Marvel Rivals lore, Cosmic Rays alters Susan Storm to cellular level, granting her the ability to generate impenetrable force fields and make herself fade from sight in an instant. Despite her frequent lack of visibility, it has always been perfectly clear that Sue is the force holding her family, the Fantastic Four, together. After the time stream entanglement, the Invisible Woman has taken the full advantage of her powers, using stealth to explore locations too dangerous for her fellow heroes, especially going on rescue missions for civilians trapped by creatures of the night. So I've been going in with her. Like, they have her as Susan Storm here, but of course her and Reed are, well, I guess in Marvel Rivals they're not married yet, but they're called the First Family. So Susan Richards, it varies, but put some respect on that woman's name. That's a married woman. She's Susan Richards. Namor, you need to back off. But that's like another story once we start getting into like the lore videos and things like that I'm planning on doing later. So first, let's go into practice mode and take a look at like her abilities in more detail so we can see what each one does.
Cosmic rays didn't make me who I am today.
Alright, so first and foremost,
now I see them.
you have our primary fire, which is orb projection. Launch a force field that can pierce heroes, flying to maximum distance before returning to Invisible Woman, damaging enemies and healing teammates. So that's her primary fire, which you see is here. Doesn't do too much damage, but at the same time, like even with headshots, you're not doing too much damage to even Luna Snow.
Double KO.
But they do come back, as you can see. Say if you miss a target, it comes back. So if you have a foe in the way, you can kind of do this to get the effect of it going.
You forced my hand.
Let's go over to like kind of the bots so you can see that this actually heals as well. Now she does do healing over time. So that's how our primary fire works.
We've got trouble.
And then when, of course, when you're going against a foe, see how much it takes for her to actually take something down. So that's that. So next will be the Psionic Vortex. Gather psionic energy and then cast it upon hitting a target. Seen or pressing L1 again, key again, it erupts into the Psionic Vortex, continuously drawing enemies in and causing damage. So you can throw it, you can just let it hit a wall, like whenever it hits a solid surface, it would ignite itself. Or you can ignite it at will. Her cooldowns are kind of long too, so you always want to be doing something. Like you can ignite it early, as you can see it pulls people in. And a very interesting tactic about this, let's see if we can go around to a flying enemy, or maybe we can change it to Iron Man here. Where are you, Stark? He isn't up for high enough for me to show. But the psionic vortex actually brings people in as well. So say you have Iron Man flying around. I need to get to know these practice places a little bit better so I can show you guys a better demonstration of the abilities and what they do. But this is a very good move to use against flying foes, because if you got an Iron Man that's all up in your junk, if you got a Storm flying around, her ability can actually bring them downward.
Force burst.
I'm gonna have to try to catch them to show for an example. But the psionic vortex will actually bring them down towards the orb. It can straight up bring them to the
Now I
ground.
see them.
So if he's in the air,
Pull.
it's not gonna be good here. I'm gonna have to show you guys like on the actual I'm gonna have to show you on the actual battlefield the effect of that. But it also brings flying enemies down. Like how you can see he's a little bit hovering.
Vortex field.
And of course my depth perception is gonna be pretty bad with this as well, trying to demonstrate it. But I'll show you guys, because I believe they show it in the actual
Feel the pull.
you see how I brought him down? Like if he's in the air, it can also do that as well. But I believe it might actually show that in, I think they show it in like her description. Let's go to her abilities and see if it shows it.
Feel the pull.
It doesn't. But that's a good trick. We'll probably go against somebody who does fly, so you can see that in better detail. But again, I'll work on that. I'll work on like trying to find like where I can like make an opponent fly or something. But yeah, it also brings flying enemies down. So again, I didn't want to take that much time on it, but if you have somebody up in the air, it will actually bring them in. You'll just have to angle it towards where they are. So let's get back to her abilities. We'll go to these robots over here because they're a little bit more sturdy for demo purposes.
Feel the pull.
Yeah. You're gonna have to have good eyesight to kind of gauge where that goes as well. So our next ability is Force Physics. Manipulate psionic energy to push and pull enemies in front of you. So at first you activate it with R1, and you can either push with R2, we'll wait for the cooldown to hit, or you can actually pull them in. So a good combo, you can
Now I see them.
throw your bomb, you can push someone, pull them.
You forced
There we go with that. And another way that you can get big damage with this character, let's wait till the cooldowns come back. Say if you got an Iron Fist, they're pursuing you. Push them back, throw the burst, and then you start to melt away. And that's how you get damage with this character. Now, as far as range, she does pretty decent range. She has pretty decent damage from 15 meters, 20 meters.
That's 3.
And 25 is kind of like, she can do damage from pretty far away.
Wow.
Which is also good as well, especially like if you got a teammate out there that needs some assistance. 30 meters is the max. She's not hitting anything from here, so you do have to be in the fray with her a little bit. But you can be all the way back here.
Now
I see them. Of course, I overshot it. But her psionics actually push from pretty far. You can push or pull from the 25 meter mark, so about that far away.
Clear the way.
30 is a little bit too far. At least to pull. Let's see if we can push from that far away.
Clear the way.
Yeah, 30 is a little bit too far. So unless you have like a really long range character, 30 is really going to be the max that she can do. Her agile strike actually does pretty decent damage. The third is a pushback as well. So there's more ways that you can defend yourself with the character. Get them off you a little bit.
Double KO.
Now the veil step is this is one that I'm really excited to show you guys. As you can see, when she's not doing anything, she's invisible. And when she is in this mode, she can also regain health. So we need to go over here where things can attack us a little bit to actually see that. Now, it doesn't make her invincible. She can still be hit.
Please.
But if you evade and you get out of the scene of the crime, you can see she's granted damage over time. Now, there's a way that you can cheat this, which is really good. Say if you're getting dove, say if something's attacking you, you start taking fire. If you use Veil Step, she automatically goes into the invisible mode. So that will allow you to, get away. Of course, they can still see you in this form, but it'll allow you to get away. You might be able to get around a corner or to a ledge or something where you can get the damage, and you can also heal yourself. So that's a good way that you can get out and up your survivability. She can also dash forward, and both put her into an invisible state. Once you make an attack, you go back. You wait till the cooldown returns, and it puts her in a state. If you're able to get away unscathed, you can get your energy back. As long as you're not firing, she'll go into this mode. Now, of course, by you being a support and a healer, that's going to be a little bit too much time for you to be hanging around. But let's say if you're in a situation where your team got dove, no one's left but you could probably leave. You can get back and heal and wait for them to return. Her next ability is the Guardian Shield, which generates a force shield in front of a selected ally. The shield can block damage and provide healing over time to nearby allies. Enemies that pass through the shield are slowed. So, you see this bot taking fire? I can throw the shield up. It heals them over time. If the opponent walks through this shield, they are slowed. And also, it has a little bit of cooldown time. You can also retract it. So say if that person moves on, you can pull it back. It slows your it gives you a little bit less cooldown, so you can pull it up again to be more effective. So if someone else that needs to help, you got quicker cooldown time to get it back. You can also throw this up on flying opponents. Flying allies. Any ally that gets it, they're good to go. So
anyone willing to help?
Push back.
Force burst.
Force burst. And that's how she melts people. Now her ultimate ability, or her ult, is called Invisible Boundary. Manifest an unseen force field within a chosen area, rendering allies undetectable. Allies inside undetectable by enemies and providing healing over time. Enemies that pass through the field are slowed. So it's just a bigger version of her shield. As you can see, it's granting healing over time. Anybody within it is slowed. Now this can be a little bit tricky as far as how you want to use this ultimate, because it is a defensive ult. In most cases, something like this you will want to use in a situation where, you say, if you're in the middle of a firefight, or if you're at the end of a payload, and you also want to be a little bit careful like where you want to drop this as well. It's always best to kind of drop it in the middle of the battlefield. That way your team is making sure they're getting healed. Meanwhile, the opponent, they are being slowed. They can't attack as fast as they can. And also, it gives you a little bit of an advantage. Now, one thing that you can't really showcase until you see it in game is that when this field is up, if you go outside, everything within it is going to be invisible. Like the bots are still showing, but in the game, that's going to be invisible, as you'll see. So the opponent is not a shield like Symmetra in Overwatch, for example, but it is like you can't see what's going on. You're gonna have to get into that shield to see if someone's prepping an ult, to see if someone's going crazy, to see if your team is still there. So you kind of want to drop that in the middle of the battle so you know what's going on. But on the outside looking in, I want you to say if I push that guy out, the opponent can't see anything going on. So that is her kit overall. Again, how you do a bulk of her damage is that you want to put the opponent in unfavorable situations, throw that out for AoE. It pulls people in, and that's how you can get big damage, especially people around corners, people like Moon Knights who are sitting in walls, throwing their unks and things like that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go into a match so we can see this in action. Because she is still fairly new, a lot of times people like will insta click her, but at the same time she's also a support, and we know how it goes. No one wants to play support. Everybody wants to be Vanguard. Not even Vanguard. Everybody wants to be Duelist and be the main character. No one wants to play a strategist. But we're gonna give it a shot and see how things go. So we got me. I'm probably gonna be the only strategist. We got a Squirrel Girl. We got a Scarlet Witch. We have a Thor. Oh, we actually have a Mantis. We have a group. So, solid team.
We didn't ask to be heroes.
2099.
Answer the call.
So really, this is probably one of the most team-oriented stages because it's such a confined space to try to keep everyone in. We have the perfect composition. We just have to see how the team goes. As you can see, I'm now in that invisible state.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The opponent is always near the back, so we kind of want to angle that. You can see the Venom coming. Throw the Force Burst and get the shield up for our foe, our allies. And when you're attacking, you kind of want to angle yourself a bit.
I got you covered.
Get him out of here.
Anyone willing to help?
Still worthy, sure. Better stop that vehicle.
And as soon as your burst is off cooldown, you want to throw that immediately. Never leave that damage on the table.
Psionic burst. Vortex field.
Hella's just up there chilling. I didn't realize it. Clearly they didn't either.
I don't give up so easily.
That also gives you a little bit of mobility so you can try to get back into the fight.
I bring the hammer down.
I'm gonna burn it again because by the time I get back up there, the cooldown will probably be over.
Your powers are mine.
The team is pushing forward, so I'm gonna push with them. Kind of keep them at bay. Use the burst to put them back in.
Clearly you needed some help.
Stop them in their tracks.
Clearly you needed
So clearly the rest of our team is just chilling because I'm gonna get the Jeff out of there. You know what he's trying to accomplish already. Again, as soon as you see that orb go back off cooldown, you want to throw it out. That's how you optimize your damage with it. Tell them to get out of danger. You got about half my team with that. Keep him in so he can't get away.
Fantastic!
Try to support the team a bit, even though I probably could have evaded a little bit to get myself a little bit more healing. But we want to keep them at bay. We got a lot of time left. We're kind of wiping this team. But that can always change.
You stopped them in their tracks. Clear the way.
Anyone
I'm gonna pull this Jeff in. I missed him. I'm gonna pull this Jeff in because he's evading. Throw the shield up.
Friends, gather around.
feeling fantastic.
Off cooldown. Throw that back out.
Only 60 seconds left.
We get down to the nitty gritty, and now you can see they have an Iron Fist out here. So we already know what they're trying to do. They're trying to dive me. Now they're starting to party up because that's what they were waiting on. In a situation like this is when you can drop her bubble. That keeps us healed. That makes all of them slow. Everybody within it is constantly getting healed. And that's how you can use that to your advantage when you're in a team fight.
They will fail if we stay strong.
Vortex field.
Stronger already.
Armed and dangerous!
The final 10 seconds.
No worries. I've got your back.
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
Enemies full!
Maybe those spotted bad guys. There they are.
Looks like we got this one pretty easy.
Another epic victory. Big win.
Let's take a look at our final results here. So we finished with 19 and 9. I did the most healing. Damage 4,000, damage block 4,000, healing 6,000. So really, like, these three stats are always going to be kind of even with her if you're doing an effective job. So we'll do one more match because that one was kind of a walk. And we'll see how it goes. But overall, that gives you an example of what you should be doing with her, how you should be moving around with her, and basically the things that you do to keep your team supported, how you can do damage yourself, and how you can also
Pick your
block.
hero or villain. I'm not judging.
I'm not the type who fades quietly into the background.
Now she does have a skin in ranked that you have to get to gold. It looks like it is a red and black skin. I really want to get that. I'm gonna try to focus on it. I have to be honest, ranked on console is a little bit frustrating because it's more of a general audience. It's still more people who are just trying out the game. People are jumping in thinking this is like Call of Duty and think all you have to do is get KOs to succeed. And 9 times out of 10,
Even when the
you're going to be
multiverse
in a
is
bad
danger,
match, especially
family
playing solo.
still comes first.
So I really wish I could find a team where I can run and at least
30
get the
seconds
gold
before
on this
you
stuff
attack.
like every
Get
season.
ready.
So it could be a little bit sweat free. Highest I've gotten right now is to silver. No, I think silver 3. I think I almost got silver 2 and then I lost. Then I went on like a big losing streak and I got tilted. And I should have stopped like after like 3 or 4 losses and it like tanked to like 8. So now I'm back in like high bronze.
3,
But
2,
it is what it is. We still got time before the next season and the next round of characters arrive to get to that gold. I really don't have aspirations to get past gold. This game is so fun that I just absolutely love playing it, even on quick play sometimes.
Another loser to punch.
So we got 3 healers, which seems to be the meta in comp right now, because defensive ults in this game is so strong.
I got you covered. Psionic burst.
We might be able to push somebody off on this stage too. I'm gonna try to catch that Iron Man
Area is yours to capture
when he
now.
comes back out. So if I throw that, as you can see, it dropped him right to the ground. That's exactly what I wanted to show.
Flow stronger.
A little help, please.
Take a nap.
So just throwing it near like flying, your flying people such as Iron Man and Storm, you can bring them right back into the fight. Make Star-Lord, when he's up doing his thing, you can make them a little bit less troublesome for your team.
Psionic burst.
A little bit too far out, but let's get a shield, see if we can try to help.
Vortex field.
I'm on a wall. Back out so I can get some healing. Matches is going to have to do a little bit of help on the healing side for that. Of course, somebody quit.
My life
But we're already knee deep in the game, so it's not going to start us over. Cooldown is down. I'm actually waiting on the Iron Man.
Force burst. Psionic burst.
You've captured more.
He's just randomly flying around. So that,
Clearly, you needed some help.
get the Mantis some help here.
Maximum pulse.
Clear the way.
Alright, my team is gone, so I am out of here. Just run away. Live to fight another day. Forward back out here.
I got you
It's
covered.
almost yours.
Psionic surge. Force burst.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner now.
Jeff probably grabbed everybody here, or close to it. Couldn't get to their party ulting. That's fine. That's something I haven't tried yet. I wonder if Jeff does.
Lost.
I wonder if Jeff does his
Fight for my family until the
ult,
end.
and I do my
Bless me.
force field. Will it cover everybody? Because some people have the ability to actually like cover themselves,
Star power to your
or cover themselves from his ult.
More eager idiots.
I got you covered.
Almost about out.
Psionic burst. That's much better.
Iron fist beats man. This is Dr. Order.
control seas. Let's keep fighting until we have a winner. I was worried.
Feel the pull.
I want to drop it here
Clearly, you needed some
because
help. Disappear.
I pushed the wrong button. I didn't want to drop that.
A little help, please. Vortex field.
气氛长虹。
Alright, so we got one whole match to go because that one is so long. Let's see how we measured up.
It feels good to step outside
It's
my
quick
bubble every
match,
now
so
and
again,
then.
it's not going to be
I like the
like
cold.
outstanding. But we're coming in, we got 8 KOs, 1 fall, 8
30
assists.
seconds before you attack.
We've
Get
healed
ready.
almost 3k.
Bless me.
We blocked almost 3k. We did 15k damage.
Groot.
So
You know
that's
just
actually
what to say.
pretty good. I mean, for a quick match, that just gives you an idea how even her stats will be.
A nice deep freeze. The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I'll take a cosmic clash over fighting vampires any day.
I am Groot.
Luna Snow's up there by herself. Let's give her some little bit of shield.
Anyone
We
willing
got
to
Spider-Man now, so that's never
We've got
fun
trouble.
because we know he's gonna come right for me. So
Maximum pulse!
I couldn't move. There was no way I was supposed to get hit with that.
Maximum pulse!
Okay,
Clear, I'm still needed
Looks like the
here.
mission area is yours to capture now.
you got it. I'm actually embarrassed that happened. He was like literally right there in front of our face, but I was caught on a wall.
They captured the mission area!
Need the DPS to get out here. The Luna Snow's out here doing all the fighting.
Feeling fantastic.
This shouldn't be happening.
Clearly, you needed some help.
Heads up, back guys.
Feel the pull! Your arrow cuts through the air. Hits the ground. My energy flows strong. Control seized! You made
Be
some
proud of
help.
what you did here.
We're off cooldown, so we're throwing that right in there.
Admit it.
It's like if you throw it close enough, even if you miss, that's like pressuring. That's putting pressure on them too. Spider-Man's gonna try to dump behind us. I already know.
A little help, please.
Feel the pull! I need assistance.
I got you covered.
Sonic burst.
That took a lot from Spider-Man. Jeez.
Here's the target for you.
So the shield up that's on cooldown.
Makes me feel good.
Heads up, back guys. Eyes on this spot.
I'm gonna go up there and get it myself in a little while.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Try to pull them down.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
They're doing a little cheap stuff. Like little Star-Lord is just sitting up in a corner somewhere so we can't hit him.
Double KO. That's
Clear, I'm
three.
still needed.
It's not enough annoyance to lose the battle, but I don't trust that.
Legendary!
Force burst. Their team's capture cover.
They're doing a little annoying stuff now. And this team has fell apart, so we're probably gonna fall on this one. I think if we can rally back together, everything will
I'll
be
fight for
fine.
my family until the end.
My
I mean, we have people with alts. See, now the team is getting frantic, so people are starting to switch roles. They're starting to switch characters. We were doing good.
First.
See, but the thing is, we're running with 3 support. Like, somebody else needs to get out there and do damage.
Psionic surge.
By the eye of Agamotto!
An extra force disappear. Clear the way.
Your arrow cuts through the air.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner. Control seized.
Everyone saw
Oh,
that.
I'm stuck.
How embarrassing. Vortex field. No worries. I've got your back.
Don't even worry about the Spider-Man. We got this.
eyes on this spot.
Anyone willing to help? Vortex field. Feeling fantastic.
Just with the doctor ordered.
Psionic surge. Psionic surge. Force push. Chin up.
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
See, they hiding in little corners. That's how you're trying to win.
Clear the way.
But ultimately, it didn't work. All right. So,
Victories!
2 victories. 2 pretty decent matches. Let's take a look at our final stats. It was starting to fall apart a little bit at the end, but we still managed to get in and pull it together. So 15, 14, and 4 did the most healing as well as the most assist in the match. Damage was at 2,000. Block 6, healing 5. So overall, you're gonna have pretty even stats with her in all 3 of those areas because of her kit and what she brings to the team overall. So, ladies and gents, that was Invisible Woman in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed this character breakdown and spotlight because I really enjoy this character. Like, I think I am almost Lord with her, and I start off playing with Psylocke. I'm at Captain. I'm sorry, not Lord. I'm nowhere near Lord. I'm at Captain with her. I'll probably hit Centurion sooner than I think. But yeah, that was Invisible Woman in a nutshell. Fantastic character, pun intended, from the Fantastic Four. And this is just the beginning because this is a supersized season. We still have the Thing and Human Torch to come as well. So I'll catch you guys in the next vid. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be Storm because Storm got a major buff in this game. And I absolutely love the character. So I cannot wait to do a breakdown for her and a guide to show you guys some ways to use her, utilize her, and how you can succeed. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. As I always say, you guys could be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. Be sure to follow me on Twitch as I am an official Marvel Rivals partner. So join me, get your drops, support your boy on another platform as well as we go into this fun gaming world of a game that I think is going to be around for a very long time. And I'll catch you guys next time. So until then, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.